Hi Aquarius, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle message for you, asking what's coming towards you. So whenever you see this, that's when you're meant to find it. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Aquarians and cross watchers at this channel to pray for you, it's kind of what we do. It lifts us up to lift you up. So say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji. It gives us something basically that represents your energy that we can focus on. It's kind of all we have in the material plane. And we're going to get right into it. I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards. You know, that's perfect. I start reading the cards as soon as I start shuffling them, just their behavior. So we'll see. We'll see how they behave for us. We'll get one more. You guys, while I do this, I want to ensure you that all these cards have been pre-shuffled with you in mind before I started rolling the camera. I want to tell you some good news. I'm a musician and a producer and a songwriter, and I've been wanting to make a music channel for you guys forever. So about 6 months ago, you might remember that I asked you if you listen to YouTube music, what kind do you like to listen to? Right off the bat, we've got the sun. I love it. That just wanted to come out. What kind do you listen to? And like by a landslide, people requested calm, relaxing, 432 hertz. Who knows about that? Anti-stress, anti-anxiety. So my first channel will be all relaxing music. It's great for meditation and creativity and just kind of zoning out. I actually listened to my first song I published yesterday, 2 days ago, and I backed up into a tree and was like, cool, I'm fine, it's cool. Didn't think much of it until I got out of my car. This is an amazing reading already. I got out of my car and realized I ripped the edge off the side of my bumper. So don't listen to it while you're operating heavy machinery. But anyway, you guys, it's been such a pleasure to make for you. The images are hilarious, especially if you know you know that I'm a Pisces, and so they're all like fairy homes and all that. I know, I'm a full-grown adult making little fairy houses by myself in my house, but it's all about an escape to escape Muggle land. And I plan on making a sleep channel as well, something that you can fall asleep to that is much calmer. So that link will be below, and I'll give you a little clip at the end as well. So let's get into your tarot reading. There is so much yellow. Oh my gosh, I love this. You have the Sun, you got the Ten of Cups, you got the Two of Cups, soulmate energy, and the Magician. Yeehaw! What's this Lover's card? And the Star card. Wow, what is going on for you? At the bottom of the deck, we got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so let's start with our first messages. We'll come back to these a little bit later. Usually makes more sense deeper in the reading. But we have the message, new rhythms are coming into your life now, Aquarius. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. And then we have the message, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. Ooh. In the pre-shuffle, while I was thinking about you, praying about you, and going through all the decks of cards we're going to use today, there's a lot of cards to indicate kind of this judgment energy of like an evolution going on in your life, stepping it up into kind of a new chapter. We start with the Sun card, and this is with the Four of Wands. This is gratitude, happiness, and almost reaching a sense of reaching a milestone somewhere in your stability here. It could literally have something to do with home or community. We'll have to unpack all of these a little bit more, but first I want to run through with the energy. We have the Hermit card out here, ruled by Virgo energy, and it has something to do with a partnership, so a very close partnership. This isn't just like your friendly neighbor who loans you hedge clippers once in a while. You know, this is like somebody who's a divine soulmate of sorts. It doesn't have to be sexual, but there's a quiet energy around you guys. So literally, maybe you haven't found them yet, or you aren't speaking to each other, or maybe there is something you're feeling insular and quiet about. We'll get into that. And then we have the manifesting energy of the Magician around your independence and investing in yourself. and it's specifically targeting your ability to make yourself happy. 9 of Pentacles with a Magician is a really cool combination. And you see this kind of energy when people step out into the world in an independent fashion, like they start a business or they decide, you know what? I'm gonna pack up my shit and move to the city I've always wanted to move to. Or I'm gonna go on a backpacking trip by myself, and I'm gonna go do all those places. You know, you get the idea. So that'll be really cool to uncover. My nose is itching, so that's a good sign. You're going from 0 to 60 in the sense that 5 of Pentacles is a sense of isolation or not having enough. If this were a financial reading, Aquarius, I'd be saying you're broke, boo. This is a broke card. If it's emotional, it's feeling ostracized or lonely or not having those people around you that you need. You go from that to the 10 of Cups. I mean, this reading is straight to the point. Something is happening here. 10 of Cups is in alignment with your relationships, your family, your friends, your loved ones. It's harmony and it's peaceful. It's harmonious and it's peaceful. And then we wrap it up with the Lover's card and the Star card. This is feeling seen, hope, being renewed, replenished. The Lover's card, of course, is in alignment with a relationship. Aquarius, I can't be more clear about this. You got the 2 big love bug soulmate cards here, the 2 of Cups and the Lover's card. But there could be a choice. It seems like there's something hanging in the balance with this. That might be why the Hermit card, that quiet energy, is coming out. Now, if we get a 4 of Swords, I'll be saying, oh yeah, you guys are, you're contemplating something, you're processing something. But this feels like a wish being granted, hope being renewed. There's a sense of hallelujah with the Star card. This comes after the storm. This is the peace that comes after a storm. So let's get into this. I'm really curious. We're gonna go right back through with all the details. And while I do this, if you guys are enjoying this, please hit the like button. There's no better way to help out the channel, to let me know that this is helpful, because it's all about being helpful to you guys. There's your energy, boo, Queen of Swords. And if you have a hype button, that button is there for us little channels. Each individual makes a big impact for their favorite channels, and I encourage you to express yourself with that hype button for any YouTubers that you enjoy. So I'm going to say with the Sun card, this is the sun coming out of the clouds, things feeling stabilized again. I think that for a little bit, some of you were asking yourselves, did I mess up somewhere? I'm not very pleased with this situation. I'm not very satisfied with the 9 of Cups in reverse. And I want you to know that if you're still in that space, recovery is coming, healing is coming. This is 6 of Swords. So that's your confirmation. This is the sun coming out from behind the clouds. Things are stabilizing. Things are going to feel okay again. Most likely to do with this relationship that keeps on popping up. What's this Hermit card about with the 2 of Cups? Equal give and take, reciprocity. But what about that? Jeez. Oh, okay. You are getting all the major arcana. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcana. This is not subtle. Tell me more. See how quickly the cards want to come out? That first one just flew onto the floor. Like that one. Ace of Pentacles. I want to take my time with this because it's telling me something here. I feel that, one sec. New deck of cards. Not these ones. Nope. Tell me about this High Priestess. There's our 4 of Swords. I feel like somebody, you or them, has lost they lost their way a little bit with their intuition. They kind of got cut off from their intuition somehow a little bit. And all this feels like it's going to be balancing out and it's going to be fine. But I feel that like this came out with the Queen of Wands. This is not you, I don't think. This feels like it might be somebody else. Now, this may be somebody else who's looking good and they're looking confident. They're spending time on their appearance. They might be somebody who really runs by their instincts, and they can be an influencer. They can be just by the way that they hold themselves. They like nice things. This is Queen of Wands is connected to fiery energy. So it could be a fire sign, a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But we have this person who is trying to, I think, get reconnected to their intuition, trying to get reconnected to something that is got more roots in their lives. And they're closing up an old chapter and they're trying their best to get a really good chapter started. There's a direct connection with their past coming through here. And there's a gift in all of it. Now, when I say their past, this is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is talking about memories. It's talking about nostalgia, people from our past. There's something that's coming through for them. I feel for a lot of you guys, this is interesting because I feel like I'm reading for them in order to give you some perspective. Something's balancing out here. Tell me more. Why does Aquarius need to know about this? Because there's going to be a conversation. Knight of Swords comes through with something important to say. What is this? Magician. This starts with, what if we fill in the blank? What if you fill in the blank? Magician card. There's something that this conversation needs to get across. This is not just any old conversation. This is not a how are you doing today conversation. This is the Knight of Swords, something kind of urgent. And it's saying, what if? Because this came out sideways, and I read the way the cards fly and how they land. That's what we do here. They all start upright. What if there's a decision that's hard to make. Two of Swords, blindfolded, because somebody here is not attached to their intuition yet. But man, those messages are coming quick. This has got impulsive energy. I think they might be a little uncomfortable with, you know what? You know how we distract ourselves, Aquarius, when we're uncomfortable with a certain truth, we don't want to look at it. So a lot of times we'll distract ourselves with screens, or we don't want to be alone because, man, when we're alone, those thoughts creep back, or we become aware of what we're avoiding. This person, it's like they are a bit of a contradiction because they want to get grounded. They want to connect with their past and their truth and their purpose. But this all came out with the High Priestess in reverse. And that's what's making this decision hard. Two of Swords is a hard decision because one is disconnected with their intuition. There's too much fear clouding the picture. And that's totally okay. That is a human thing. But just know that when this conversation occurs, it's still going on. And you know, roles can be reversed. I mean, there's going to be a few Aquarians that are like, that is not somebody else, that is me. But for the most part, that's going to be a small percentage. For the most part, this feels like it's somebody else. Why this reciprocity? Putting hard work and focus in this relationship, the Eight of Pentacles. Now we got reconnected. Okay, so here's the High Priestess upright. So what reconnects somebody to that inner wisdom and to feeling just good in their skin again is going to be a deep focus on gratitude, receiving as well as giving, reciprocity, the Six of Pentacles. This needs to be balanced. This is balanced focus. This is balancing it out with the other individual. I'll be very clear there. Okay, what are we creating here? You guys, this is going to be an extended. So if you like longer readings and you like to get into the advice and go deep, deep down that rabbit hole, that will be a link in the description box. I don't always have time for it, but this is kind of epic. You got the star, the 10 of cups. What is this? There's an event here that has made it clear that you, on your own, feel a lack. There is an event, let me run through these. The Tower card is an event that shakes you up. It's outside of your control. You can only like housekeep your emotions, right? You can only control how you react to it. But it's brought something to the surface that you needed to know about. And that is that there is a sense of something within you, whether it's something you've invested, something that you have not been investing in, whether it's taking care of yourself ultimately, has gone, you've been depriving yourself, has gone ignored. And it's an outside event that brings this to your attention. And that's what kicks this off. The manifesting energy. This has got a crackle to it. It's got a spark of creativity to it. There's behind this, there's a sense of determination to invest in oneself, to make yourself happy. This reading's got a certain pace today. It feels right to stare off into the abyss. So please be patient with me if you're used to me reading faster. I just have to honor the pace. You got to love yourself first if you want love. Ace of Cups. You've now got two aces in your reading. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This is coming in for you, Aquarius. But it's like you're setting yourself up for it. You need to feel abundant on your own before, this is a classic teaching. This is a classic thing we hear all the time, even on the interwebs. It's like, love yourself first, but there is truth there. So it's like you fill your own cup and then you're not desperately looking for somebody else to do it. There's a sense of wholeness occurring by manifesting something. What is this that you're manifesting? You're realizing that when you focus only on being safe and you're focusing on your self-preservation, pulling resources in, maybe saving your money, not reaching out, not looking vulnerable, it's leading you to disappointment. This is the 4 of Pentacles to the 5 of Cups. You want to create a fertile soil within yourself, speaking metaphorically. Don't do it for reals. That's creepy. You'll end up in the hospital. You want to create a fertile soil for love to grow. This could not be more direct. With the only pregnant card, the Empress, is upside down. The soil from which you love from which something can grow, love can grow, it hasn't been fertilized for a while. It needs nutrients, and you know it. And so this is a time to be pouring love into your soil, to be investing in yourself. So what does that look like? I mean, pause the video if you have to, but what does that look like? Is that like, that's not just treating yourself to your favorite TV show. I want to make that really clear. That's checking out. I'm talking about doing something for yourself. Might even require discipline, but you know you're going to feel so good afterwards. You know that if you spend 10 minutes on this or a day doing this, if you just get that one task done, afterwards, you're going to feel kind of like a new person. And it's true. Action shifts our identities. Conversation and words can shift our identity, but this is about you investing in yourself so that you're no longer coming from this closed off place because it's making you miserable, right? And that's why, now it makes sense. I just looked at our next cards. That's why I said 0 to 60, boo. 5 of Pentacles, sense of isolation, not having enough and lack, to 10 of Cups. It's literally flipping a damn switch. It is literally that easy. This is a light switch. I mean, it wants, just like these cards, how they're behaving, right? They're jumping out. They want to come out for you. Rewind, slow-mo it. They all want to come out for you. This wants to happen for you. And so the Lover's card, a choice in love, right here, and the Star card, indeed, Aquarius, there is hope. It's your energy. What is this? One last card before we go into the extended. What is this? This is beautiful. Hallelujah energy. There's a hard ending. There's a sudden ending that came up, but you're having victory over it. This could have been a sense of, this could have been in your past. Feels like it is in your past for sure. Because all of this is so bright and sunshiny. It's about being happy. But something in your past, you're getting on top of it. You're getting a victory over it. 10 of Swords, some kind of hard ending, some kind of, 10 of Swords can be like 1,000 daggers in the back. And those daggers, each one represents a thought. What is this? Tell me one more. Anything to help my Aquarians. Where you least expect to find it, there's something delightful. This is the Page of Cups. The delightful thing that we're talking about is represented by that fish jumping out of the cup. Would you ever expect to find a fish in a goblet? Absolutely not, but could one survive? Absolutely. It's possible, I mean, with water, of course. Details. Anyway, I'm sending you off with love. If you are coming over with me to the extended, the link is below. We'll get advice and jump down that rabbit hole. If this is where I leave you, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the music clip. Come on over to the channel. It's for you, boo. It's for you. And say hi. Bye-bye.